Hi everyone, and welcome to another weekly angel reading for November the 4th to the 10th. I hope everyone is doing well and had a good week last week. It was a solar eclipse last night because it was also a new moon. So it was a lot of energy, lots of people feeling like they're wanting to begin again because of the new moon, but also because at the end of the week we had Halloween and then All Saints and All Souls Day last week, and that is also the end and the beginning of the Celtic New Year. So it's a wonderful time for new beginnings. So if you've been feeling kind of the energy build and then you're just ready for something new, then that is right on target. So let's just see what the angels have to say for us. I'm going to be using Doreen Virtue's Archangel deck this week because the archangels wanted to talk to us. So let's see first of all what they have to say for Monday. Okay, so I pulled these cards already, and this is the first one. Hello from heaven. It's Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Now, how perfect, because Archangel Azrael is also known as the angel of death. Now, people get really kind of scared and freaked out when we say that, but it really actually means that he is very, very comforting to those of us, or for those of us who are either about to transition, or those of us who are grieving, and those of us who would like to feel more connected to our loved ones in heaven. As I just said, it's also been a very powerful time where the veil has been thinnest around Halloween and All Saints Day and All Souls Day. It is supposed to be where we are even more connected to our loved ones than usual. So what I feel by this message is they're just reminding us that it doesn't have to be that we just feel more connected to them in certain days, that we are still as connected to our loved ones in heaven as ever. And particularly, of course, when we are newly grieving and when we have been dealing with our sadness, it can be difficult to remember that. But love does go on, life does go on. So you may want to use Monday and Tuesday as a time to connect with them again, to see if they have any messages for you, to ask them for a sign. You don't need a medium or an angel therapist like me to connect with your loved ones. Perhaps you've been seeing feathers or pennies. They're often a sign from your angels and from your loved ones. Perhaps you're going to be hearing a song that means something to you from your loved ones. They're particularly wanting to let you know that you're comforted right now, that if you are feeling the loss, the physical loss, that we are completely surrounded by the angels, and particularly Archangel Azrael, who is always with us to comfort us. He is the energy often of very pale yellow, like eggshell color. You can invoke that color, you can visualize that color to ask him to be with you, but he is an incredibly graceful, peaceful angel. Okay, so here is the card for the middle of the week. Archangel Sandalphon, one of my favorite archangels, because he is the angel of music. And this says, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. This is also a follow-on to the beginning of the week. So they're saying that when we're praying, when we're asking for help, when we're feeling that we need some extra support, to know that they are answered. Sometimes we can often say, but they're not hearing me because what I want isn't coming. We really want to focus on feeling better, so doing what you can to feel better. I know I say this so often, but it's true. And if we can actually thank the angels for what we want already being here. Thank you, angels, for answering my prayers. Thank you, angels, for the peace that surrounds me. Thank you, angels, for all of my needs being met right now. That is already being in gratitude for them helping us rather than saying please. And I was at the Mind Body Spirit Festival seeing my friend Kyle Gray talk about this very subject yesterday. We don't have to use particular words when we're praying, but to me and to him, thank you feels more empowering rather than saying please, because it's saying that it's already happening, that we are inviting their help, we are welcoming it rather than keeping it away from us. Sandalphon is also very, very gentle, and as we were just talking about music and songs and signs from our loved ones that way, he is also wanting us to know that we are going to receive guidance through that medium, through that creativity. I receive a lot of messages through songs, so it's not unusual for me to do that, but I'm going to be particularly paying attention to that, and you can too. Okay, and if you think it's a sign, it is. Alright? So, here's another very interesting one, because another of the topics that Kyle Gray and his friend David Hamilton spoke about yesterday at the Mind Body Spirit Festival was forgiveness. And this card is Archangel Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So if there is any conflict arising, if there is misunderstanding, know that we're all doing the best that we can, particularly as we head into the weekend. Allow yourself to know that we all make mistakes as human beings. We're not perfect, but we are divinely perfect, and we're all learning. We're all souls learning together. And so if you can really let go of holding on to any hurt or any blame towards yourself, any guilt, then it really frees you up to experiencing more peace and happiness. There is a quote that always says in the Course in Miracles, which is amazing. It says, there is no sickness that forgiveness cannot heal. And I really believe that is true, that when we can forgive ourselves, we set ourselves free and allow ourselves to experience more blessings, more joy, and all kinds of miracles can happen. So Zadkiel is very powerful to work with if you feel like that is some help that you need, especially towards the end of the week. But always, I think he's a wonderful angel to work with at any time. He is the energy of this beautiful purple bluish color here. Okay, so have compassion with yourselves and others at the end of the week. They're saying that the energy is still pretty intense out there, that we're all having our stuff come up, if you like, and so when that happens, we can easily be triggered by each other, or taking things a little personally. To remember that to take nothing personally, even when it seems personal, because what comes out of our mouths is about us. What comes out about someone else's mouth is about them. So it's a tricky lesson. It's easier said than done, but I do like to remember that when I'm having a bad hair day, or when I feel like other people are. It's just energy moving through them, through us. And because we're human, because we have an ego, because our mind likes to get into fear, the most important thing that we can do is bring ourselves back to love. Sometimes the most powerful prayer, sometimes the most powerful thing that we can ask the angels is to help us to remember who we truly are, help us to focus on love. We thank you, angels, for helping us to remember our natural state of peace, of joy, of happiness, for helping us to feel more of it in our lives, for helping us to live more of it, for helping us to recognize that it is everywhere that we go. Okay, and so I am sending you so much love from me and the Archangels. I'm wishing you a blessed week, and I will speak to you very soon. If you would like a private reading with me, you can always contact me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Anna Taylor Music Angel, and also, of course, on my website, Anna- which is a little dash, taylor.co.uk, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye.